Hey guys, it's me, Huffy, your bear, and we're back with another Arknight bear operator record. And today we've got Rosa. Rosa's first module. I'm a bit late to this, but that's fine. We're gonna jump right in here. Yesterday's Morrow. Let's learn about our bear Rosa together. One day, those are the words she wishes they'd all say with courage, just like her. Ah, too bad they're not. They don't seem too happy. Gummy, it's just us, so be honest with me. What do you think? You're you're really serious about this? Of course, it's very important to me. Alright. Want me to be totally honest? I assure you I can take it. Well, actually, it's not bad. Really? All in all, Rosa, you stick close to the recipe when you cook, so your dishes will taste fine. Wonderful. But at the same time, you might be sticking to the recipe a little too close. Oh, what's wrong with that? Cooks usually don't follow the recipe exactly. You're doing it all so carefully, it's not going to make the food bad, but it won't be really good either. I see. No wonder I always feel like my cooking could never be as good as yours. I've got so much experience, I've been tempered 1,000 times over. Rosa, that you can manage this much is already really good. You've definitely surpassed Zima. This is one arena I wouldn't be too happy about besting her. Gummy, Rosa, is the food ready? The patients are almost done with their treatment. Oh, Uncle Matterhorn, it's ready. Rosa and I will bring it out now. Great, thanks. Let's hop to it. Right, I do hope this meal will lift their spirits. Hello, everyone. Hi, Gummy. What comfort food have you made the patients today? It's not my cooking this time, it's Rosa's. Really? Actually, I just needed an excuse to have Gummy teach me her culinary arts. Let me tell you, Medic, Rosa worked really hard to make sure all these dishes extra tasty. And Master Chef Gummy is proud to have such a good student. Sounds like Rhodes Island will soon have another chef. There's still so much I want to learn. Let's bring the patients their food for now. Alright. This way. Judging by your accent, you're not Victorian, are you? Don't bring it up. My husband was 6. We went from Ursus to Victoria to get him treated. He got better, but I ended up with this damnable oropathy. So your husband, he didn't abandon me. He asked all around to find this place. He's the one who brought me here. Then you're one of the lucky ones. Lucky? You don't know, before he got sick, I worked as a maidservant to an important household. That's what I'd call lucky. The patients are here. I'll help you serve the food. Very good. Huh. Lady Natalia? Is that Lady Natalia? Could you be Sophia? Yes, Sophia. I was your maid, Sophia. That's right. I remember you left before the incident in Chernobog. Yes, I had to get my deadbeat Alexei treated. That meant leaving the service of your house and use the money I'd saved to take him to Victoria. I heard what happened in Chernobog and I was so worried about you. I'm glad to see you're alright. But what are you doing here? Oh, the House of Rostov owns this company. You must be in charge here, yes? Lady Natalia, please show mercy to your sad, pitiful old maid. Alexei had me running ragged. I never imagined I would catch oropathy. Please grant me your mercy and ask the people here to give me some more medicine. I want to live. No, I'm not in charge here, Sophia. But then what are you doing here? Everyone in the room is watching them, Rosa realizes, and decides it's not the place to talk. Rosa, I'll take it from here. Yes, thank you, Gummy. Come with me, Sophia. Step inside. My lady, is this... This is my dorm room. Dorm room? How can you live in a place like this? Even our servants' quarters were nicer than this. I've grown used to it. No, you're noble. How can you be used to this barn? If His Serenity and the Countess knew, I can't imagine how devastated they would be. The House of Rostov has fallen, Sophia. It's... what? The reunion movement destroyed Chernobog, including her wealth and the dignity of her people. You don't mean the Count and Countess are... No. In the aftermath, I sought news of my mother and father. They are not dead. They were luckier than me and managed to escape Chernobog. In the contrary, they thought me dead and made for another city. As it stands, they have put down roots in some city or other. In that case, why would you stay on this ship? This is no place for you. You should be looking for His Serenity and the Countess. So long as they live, the House of Rostov can return to its former glory. If I intended to do that, I would have done it when I made it out. But I don't intend to do that. The Natalia you knew is dead. Here and now, I am just Rosa, the Rhodes Island operator. Oh dear, I see what this is. You had an argument with your parents and ran away from home, didn't you? Come in. Take it. Ah, what's this? Stina and I were discussing this one at the book club. The brothers Dostoyev. What are you doing with it, Zima? Anna dug it up for me and asked me to hand it over. She's out on a mission. Thank you. Girl, who gave you permission to speak to Lady Natalia in such a manner? There's no need for that, Sophia. No, my lady, trust me. Give me an inch to these people who don't know their place, and they'll gladly take mile after mile. Girl, when presenting an item to your betters, you must offer it respectfully with both hands. What are you doing just dropping it on her? Who the hell asked you? So vulgar. Looking at your clothes, you're a student of Peterheim Middle School? Got a problem with that? Are you my lady's new maid? How can you possibly not know proper etiquette? What? Say that again. Heavens, my lady, I do recall you once said Peterheim Middle School dragged the character of Chernobog students into the mud. And now you're reduced to taking one of their girls into your service. Even if you refuse to return to Ursus, we must find a place more befitting of your status. She hasn't been a princess for a long time now. Vulgar girl, you think just because you live in the same place as my lady that makes you her equal? Look at that book you just handed to her and the others on this shelf. Opera, sheet music. Even in such an environment, my lady has kept her refined taste. Do you honestly believe that you and she are equals? So she's a noble. Is that supposed to be badass or something? I've served many nobles. I know what true nobility is. And I say Lady Natalia is the very picture of high nobility, the embodiment of it. What? Let it go. Fine. Don't forget, you've got shit to do today. I'm well aware. What's that? My lady, please do let me help you with any work you may have. Nothing too difficult. A teacher in a nearby village was injured, leaving the children without an instructor. I will go to substitute. What? My lady, how could you deign to do such a thing? Let me speak to the person in charge at once. How could they possibly expect you to do anything like that? No, Sophia, I volunteered for it. Hi, Miss Rosa. Barney, is your father feeling better? Yeah, he told me to thank the Rhodes Island doctors. You just do well in school, that will be all the gratitude we need. Okay. Hi, Miss Rosa. Ah, Tete, you finally decided to come to school. Yes, Mom wanted me to give this to you to say thank you. Herbs. Yes, I picked them yesterday. Thank you. Oh, my lady, let me take them for you. This grass is filthy, you'll dirty your hands. Little one, Lady Natalia is kind-hearted, but next time you must bring a better gift to thank her. Sorry. There is no need to say sorry, Tete. Sophia, please wait for me outside. But it's far too dirty in here. How could I let you teach in a place like this? I'm ordering you to leave. Yes, ma'am. Rosa looks around at the simple and crude warehouse turned classroom. A dozen or so pairs of eyes watch her with either curiosity or surprise. Sorry, children, that was rather embarrassing. Let's begin today's lesson. Now, if you would please turn to page 67 in your textbooks. What happened to you, my lady? Hey, what's wrong with you? What are you doing hanging around here? I am Lady Natalia's maid. Natalia? Oh, you mean Miss Rosa? She told me her name before. Yes, her. This is the first I've heard of her having a maid. That can't be right. If Miss Rosa was a noblewoman with servants, why is she out working for money? Huh? What do you mean money? Yes, when our local teachers got hurt on a hunt and had to be treated at Rhodes Island, Miss Rosa heard we need a substitute and took it upon herself to come. At first, we also thought she was a noblewoman keeping herself entertained, but after a couple of days of teaching, we could tell she was the real deal, a fine teacher. So we wanted to pay her. She said she wanted to earn enough to buy a thing. Turned out to be something called a piano. A few days ago, she said she'd saved up enough for the piano, but she still comes in to teach. If you're her maid and she really is a noblewoman, then why is she here teaching? Are you sure you don't have the wrong person? Impossible. Lady Natalia is a noblewoman through and through. The blood of the house of Rostov runs in her veins. She's highborn. You simple peasants couldn't fathom the life my lady used to live. That's enough, Sophia. I could hear you talking from inside. My lady, how could you? How could you debase yourself like this? You're the pride of the house of Rostov. You're defiling your own nobility. Sophia, I've tried to be patient with you, but this time you've gone too far. Are desperately trying to prove my nobility because I really am noble, or because you want to prove that you're superior? Am I wrong? I had a good life in the house of Rostov. Every day I only needed to think of how to best to serve the count, the countess, and you. The days were busy but oh so fulfilling. In the evenings I still had time to go to the theater. Those were wonderful days. You know how much I've suffered since I left the household? I've had to work my fingers to the bone just to keep me and Alexei alive. And in the end, what do I have to show for it? Just this damned eripathy. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to go back to that life. All you have to do is go back to Ursus and you'll be a noblewoman again. All you have to do is let me go with you and it can all go back to the way it was. Sophia, I'm sorry. But I didn't deserve that life. And you're the same. What could you have possibly done to deserve all the suffering you've endured? I don't blame you for wanting to go back because I took everything for granted myself. But it's not right. This is something that needs to change. How do you say all of that so easily? If I don't deserve any of this, if I don't think I deserve any of this, then what am I supposed to do? I don't know, my lady, I don't know. I'm going to die. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I understand, she seems like a sad woman. Could I please have my pay for today? Of course, I have it here. Rosa takes the bag from the village head and pours the coins into her own purse. The purse bulges. It looks like she's gathered a small fortune. Rosa hesitates for a moment, then walks up to Sophia and places the purse in her hand. Sophia, take this and go back. What's this? A portion of my savings, enough to pay for your course of treatment. This is all I can do for you as your former master. For this day onward, you will not refer to me as my lady. If I should return to Ursus one day, it will not be as a child at the house of Rostov. I have a code name at Rhodes Island. I am Rosa. You must also address me by this name. I'm just an operator here. But my lady, I still don't understand. Why do you choose to live like this? One day, you will understand. No, I will find out where the Count and Countess are. I'll send Alexei to tell them you're still alive. You can do what you think is best. However, when the time comes, I will be the one to make the choice. Are you sure about this? You could use that money. What are you doing here? I told them what happened. Anna was worried about you, so she dragged me along with her. Thank you. The money is gone, but I can earn more. Of course, there are some things that must be done. Look at you acting all mature. It can't be helped. It's as I said, this is all I can do. Hello, what is it? Hey, your worship, you got a delivery. Real big sucker, too. Oh? You mean... Yep, your piano is here. Better hurry back. Alright. Miss Tina, we have to go back now. What's the rush? It's not going to go anywhere. But I can't wait. The girl's barely got anything fancy in her at all anymore. And so she's become more and more likable. Why are you taking her side too? I'm only stating facts. I think it's working on you too, Sonia. I don't like her. Ah, hell, that piano cost a fortune. If she's gotta move it by herself, she could drop the damn thing and it'll cost even more money to fix. Better head back and help her. Sure. Let's put it here. Phew. Did you make space for the piano before? Yes, after all, this is the most money I've spent since I came to Rhodes Island. I've thought about it every day. I just don't get why the maid was so upset when she found out you bought a piano with money you made yourself. Because if she recognized that I wasn't nobility, then she would lose someone she thought she could rely on. So she can rely on herself. That isn't easy to accept. You know how long it took me to figure it out. I don't blame her. It's Ursus, no. It's the aristocracy, a powerful system that made her like this. I hope that in the future, everyone can live by your words, Zima. So they can rely on themselves. If you did it, anyone can, right? And if they can't, I'll go to help them figure it out. Yes, help them figure it out. Thinking on that, I believe I've found a reason to return to Ursus. I don't get you, always talking about the obvious stuff. And that's why I envy you, you always know what's obvious. But if I can't pretend I didn't hear what you said before. So when I told you I wanted to save up for the piano, you actually thought I couldn't do it? I never said that. You thought I was pampered and spoiled, that I couldn't press on. I think it works. Now if your worship started bouncing around like me after becoming an operator, that would be weird. Your worship is still a fancy girl. In any case, you did exchange your own labor for this piano. We all hoped you could do it. Yep, isn't that right, Zima? What are you looking at me for? A valued member of our team just fulfilled her wish. You're our leader, so of course you've got to congratulate her. Congrats. Thank you. Now then, fellow members of the Ursus Student Self-Government Group, you will be my first audience. Hooray! I've always wanted to hear Rosa play. Yes, I'm also looking forward to it. Uh-oh, when you say that, I feel a little shy. And it's been so long since I last played piano. You're not allowed to laugh at me if I'm not good. We won't. Of course. I wouldn't be able to tell anyway. If you're gonna play, then play already. I didn't ask you to. Rosa approaches the piano, presses the keys. For a split second, she feels as if she's turned back into Natalia. She sits in the center of an extravagant room filled with distinguished guests attentively watching her performance. She needs not worry about anything. She need only enjoy that simpler, more elegant time. Although this piano's tone isn't quite as good as the exquisite one she once owned. No, the one she never truly owned. The piano's roughness drags her back to reality. Now then, my dear friends, the piece I will be performing for you is for Lawrence. The audience is only 4 girls, and the room is quite simple, and she has many worries. The sound of the piano rings out, and it's somewhat rough. But it's for the best. She chose this, and she loves it. I love it. I love seeing the slice of life of our girls and Rosa coming to terms with her past. I wouldn't have expected that that woman to be a former mate of hers, but that kind of sets up a hook for the future for maybe, well, A, Rosa's parents coming to get her back, or B, for Rosa to actually go back and do something on her own as her own person. Not as Natalia, but as Rosa. But I don't know, we'll see. This seems to take place either during or after the Victoria event, judging by the influx of patients from Victoria. But you know, I don't know. We'll see for next time. Always good to see the bears. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. For this video of Rosa's operator record, yesterday's Morrow. And I'll see you later. Take care.